What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Suplexus, and joining me today for the Fastlane Predictions is.
Pile driver. Hello all.
Okay, let's get started on the predictions.
Okay, so we got the pre-show, which is, very exciting part of the show. I didn't realize this was a pre-show match, but it's on the list. The New Day versus Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura.
I would ask why that match is going on, but I'm pretty sure you've got no idea.
And they've marked New Day as Big E and Xavier Woods, so I think those are the two that are fighting. It's not even Kofi. I thought maybe it was to keep Kofi looking strong going into Mania, but... So yeah, there's no build-up. There's no storyline.
I'll just say that the New Day win.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the New Day because just even though Kofi's not in the match, just to keep the momentum of Kofi Kingston going, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's better matches they could have thrown on the pre-show than this.
Yeah, I think if the New Day win, they could go for the tag titles.
Yeah, perhaps. So, and maybe if Kofi is gonna get the title and then all three of them have the title, I don't know. Okay, so next one. Next one is Rey Mysterio against Andrade.
I'm gonna say Andrade.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Andrade too, but I don't know. They've had so many matches and there's no real storyline behind their matches, so I just hope that this builds to something. And maybe it'll build to something happening on the pre-show, but usually not too much.
I think I think they're gonna do a big multi-man match for the US title at Mania, and they'll be in it.
Yeah, probably. Like maybe a ladder match of some sort.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
But Joe should retain.
Yeah, well, we'll see. That's another prediction show.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we get to the main roster, or not the main roster, but the main show, main event. So we got the Raw Tag Team Championships. The Revival is defending against Aleister Black and Ricochet, and Bobby Roode and Chad Gable.
3, 2, 1, the Revival.
I think the Revival's gonna retain. They haven't done anything with the titles.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make sense to take it off them at this point, and it's easy because it's 3 tag teams in there. It's easy for them to keep Aleister Black and Ricochet looking strong by having Bobby Roode and Chad Gable get pinned. But yeah, I see them winning. I don't see them giving the belts back to Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. And Aleister Black and Ricochet, they still don't feel like a tag team. They just feel like two guys that have been thrown together.
I think they're going to get another chance at Mania, probably.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But that's prediction so far. So far we're in agreement on all of our predictions. We need a tiebreaker.
That shouldn't last long.
Oh, this is definitely not going to be the tiebreaker. The SmackDown Women's Championship match, Asuka versus Mandy Rose. Asuka, of course. Like, why? Like, and again, very little story build up to this. What's going on? Please give Asuka a better storyline and opponent.
Yeah. They're going to put her with Lacey Evans.
Asuka and Lacey Evans?
Yep.
I hope she struts the crap out of her. That's not a better in my head. Okay, next match, Women's Tag Team Championship, Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Nia Jax and Tamina.
3, 2, 1, Sasha and Bayley.
Yeah, Banks and Bayley. Like they just got the belts. Haven't really done much storyline wise. Like they built up the women's tag belts and then they're like, oh, WWE is driving me crazy with their lack of storylines and continuity and flow and how they pick up a story and then they drop it and then they act like nothing happened. Oh, driving me crazy.
You know what? At this point, I feel like they should have given the titles to someone else in the chamber and have them win at Mania. Because, like, we don't really care who they fight. And honestly, they're gonna fight probably the Bella Twins. Or, like, Trish Stratus and Lita.
Yeah.
What I hope is that, like, Kairi Sane and Io Shirai come up and they fight. Or, like, trade SmackDown people, have, like, a cross-brand warfare.
Yeah. I don't know. It's disappointing. Parts of wrestling right now are good, but parts of WWE are just very, very disappointing. They could have done so much more with those tag belts coming off like the first win, and the belts being like, I guess, like, kind of brought back because they did have tag belts before.
Yeah, one more thing. I feel like Sasha Banks and Bayley are the only face team on the main roster. Because think about it, like Naomi and Carmella, are you kidding? They're not a team.
They were just thrown together.
Could you think of any other teams that are faces?
I'm trying. But I can't.
Me neither.
But, like, they just, like, throw teams together. Right?
Well, like, some of them are, like, legitimized. Like, the Iconics came up together.
So the Icon, and then, like Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, even on Tuesday night when Mandy Rose was wrestling Naomi, they were both wearing their matching tag uniforms.
Yeah.
But then they put Mandy Rose in a singles match. Like, why didn't they they could have made the women's tag belt match with 3 teams as well.
Absolution versus Sasha and Bayley. It makes sense.
Yeah.
They were the last 2 in the chamber. They should get an opportunity.
Or they could have had the Absolution fight Nia Jax and Tamina, and the winner fights the tag champs at Mania. Like, there's just so much more they could have done, and it's just like, again, frustrating. There's so many singles competitors that they could have put in a proper storyline feud with Asuka, right?
Yeah, like when we were watching Raw, I just, like, completely forgot about the women's tag titles.
Yeah, me too. Because, they haven't, and that's why I'm frustrated, is because they haven't built a storyline. They're new belts. Like, they need to build a lot of story around them so that we get used to their existence.
And the funny thing, WWE doesn't do that. Like, even when they first introduced the US title, they had, like, a couple storylines set. But this one, they're like, okay, who's the first champs? It's like you know what? They probably did decide who the champions would be on the night of the chamber. Because they had no stories left. They just threw another heel team for them to beat.
There needs to be more focus and flow with the writing. Maybe they have too many writers going in too many directions, and nobody knows what, and there's all these kind of wrestlers and characters that are left in between, and nobody really knows who's in charge of them, and they just grab them when they need them. I don't know.
There's another thing. So, like, they talk about the women's evolution. They talk about they're doing things, but they're not actually, like, applying anything.
Yeah. It's all talk, no action kind of thing.
Yep.
Okay, the next match, we have another tag match. We got the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And I don't know, it's kind of like not very often that both of the men's tag belts are on the main show, let alone the men's tag belts and the women's tag belt. So this is like an interesting show that they have lined up. But anyways, it's the Usos, the current champions, versus The Miz and Shane McMahon. Okay, so maybe this will be the tiebreaker. Who do you think is going to win?
3, 2, 1, the Usos.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
I can't believe we are still in agreement. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense for The Miz and Shane to get them back already. Shenanigans, perhaps. Miz and Shane start to break up or start to have like the seeds of breaking up. I don't think they will actually break up yet, though.
Yeah.
Any other interesting things on that one?
Well, like, it's just a matter of who are the Usos gonna fight after them.
Yeah, well, like, so far our predictions are predictable and we've predicted the same thing, so I'm hoping that they're going to interject surprises into this pay-per-view so we're not just sitting there watching what we expect to happen. It'll be a good pay-per-view if what we're predicting doesn't happen because they shock and surprise us, but we'll see. Okay, the next match is the Shield, newly reunited, as in they just reunited on Monday, versus Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley, who were a thing before with the Shield, and then Roman had to go, and then they kind of were a thing still. They kind of broke up, and now their band is back together again. Let's count to 3 and say who's winning this. 1, 2, 3.
I don't actually know.
You don't know? I thought it was going to be a moment.
Because they're saying it's the last time ever, right?
Yeah.
And all that stuff. But guess what? It's like 6 days of hype. And if they really wanted, if it was really the last time, I'm pretty sure all of the Shield would have came out. The night that Roman got remission. Good job, Roman, by the way, beating leukemia. I feel like they would have hyped it up that night. So it's like a 1 week story. So I could see 2 possibilities. The Shield win, and it's done. Kevin done. Seth could move on to Brock. Or the other guys win. They don't have a tag name. Dogs of War. And then Roman goes in a program with Drew McIntyre.
So the thing about them saying it's the last time they're ever getting together, it doesn't say it's the only night they're getting together. So this could be the last time that they're together for months. This could be the last time that they're together for a year. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're only together on this one pay-per-view. And I know Rollins is going after Brock's title, which is fine, but they could still be together if that happens because they were together when Roman went after the title.
I think what they're trying to do is make us think that Dean's leaving WWE when he's actually not.
Yeah. So I think that I don't think Roman Reigns beats cancer and then Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley beat them. No, it's not gonna happen.
Okay, if it does happen, I can almost guarantee Roman won't get pinned.
No, he won't get pinned for sure, but I think he will pin. He'll get the win with the pin. And he'll pin.
Who would he pin? I think it'd be Corbin.
Yeah, Corbin's the sacrificial lamb in this one. Although, they made Drew McIntyre look so strong when he came out. They could have done so much with him, and then he just started losing to random people.
He's not legitimized anymore.
Not anymore. And I don't know. Maybe Lio Rush will join the Shield and help them win.
Maybe Finn Balor will come.
Yeah.
He's not on the card. Maybe Braun Strowman.
And why isn't Finn on the card? He has a belt. At least put him on the pre-show. Instead of throwing the New Day with Shinsuke and Rusev, put him on the... Have him do an Intercontinental Open challenge on the pre-show.
Thing? The exact same with Samoa Joe. Oh my gosh, Samoa Joe's the new U.S. champion. Same old stuff.
Yeah, those would have been 2 great Open Challenge pre-show matches.
They aren't mid-card titles for pay-per-views. They are titles for free.
Yes.
That's what they've been relegated to.
And I know you're a big Roman fan, so I'm not saying this against the Shield, but I would have rather had the IC belt or the US belt have a match in this slot instead of the randomly thrown together no storyline match, the Shield, Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley.
And do you know what? I don't think this is a good way to have Roman's return either, thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, he beat leukemia, and right when he comes back, it's the exact same thing he left with.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Okay.
They should have, like, hyped it up more.
Yeah. Yeah. If Finn isn't on the Mania main card with his IC belt, I'm going to be mad. I'm not going to boycott the show because it's WrestleMania, but I'm going to be mad. You might not want to sit by me when we watch WrestleMania when I'm mad.
If he's not in the Memorial Battle Royal.
Oh no, if he's in the Memorial Battle Royal, instead of defending his title, I'm going to be mad. Like, I want to see the Demon, and WrestleMania is the time. He needs to be...
I don't think that he's gonna be in a match.
Why are you bursting my bubble? We're not even on that pay-per-view yet. Just let me have my dreams. Okay, we got Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. If Becky wins, she gets entered into the WrestleMania women's title match. What's your prediction? This is like the only match on the card that I have an actual like prediction of events for. Everything else is just, I feel like, an obvious win.
Becky Lynch.
Okay, and that's it? Just Becky Lynch and no...
They could do Charlotte. They could have a storyline like the Danny Bryan one. But I won't see it. I think Becky's gonna win. And then Ronnie's gonna come out. And then there's gonna be like a 3-way face-off.
Okay. I think that Becky's gonna win because Ronda Rousey comes out and interferes. And then Ronda can say to Becky and the fans, see, I want to fight Becky. And that's like her thing, saying, oh, because the storyline's like all over the place. So it's hard to know like what angle. But now that she's heel, maybe she can come out and make Charlotte lose because that's like a heel thing to do. Just to make sure that Becky's on the card because she wants to beat the crap out of Becky at Mania and beat both of them up because she's such a heel. So that's my prediction is also Becky, but I think Ronda's gonna somehow help Becky, and she doesn't have to like. There's no stipulations like it's no DQ, so it could just be like her interfering, like distracting Charlotte, not necessarily hitting her.
This should have been a cage match. That's what I think.
If Ronda was to come in and hit Becky, wouldn't Becky win via DQ of Charlotte for interference?
Yeah. So
it could happen like that too.
You know, disappoint the fans. The bell rings. Ronda rocks down right away. Like, no wrestling. She, like, locks in the armbar on Becky. Security comes. And that's how she gets the match.
All right, so then we got the WWE Championship, Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens. I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan on this one. It'll be nice to see Kevin Owens back. Mustafa Ali showed up in the match, so I don't know if Mustafa Ali is going to be Kevin Owens' friend, since the promo kind of talked about how Kevin Owens has no friends anymore.
Yeah, but Kofi's going to do something so that nobody's the winner. And then it's going to be a 3-way.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I feel like it's going to be a 4-way, and they're going to put Mustafa in there too, though.
He'll be in the Memorial Battle Royal with Rowan.
Maybe. Do you think there's any chance of Sami Zayn returning during this match and being on Kevin's side? Or maybe Zayn coming in and interfering and making Kevin lose, and then Kevin Zayn feud? Because he did leave heel.
Yeah.
And Kevin Owens has comeback face.
They're gonna pull a Charlotte Flair. Just like Kevin Owens. Throw Kevin Owens in the big match, Kofi and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, it's nice to see Kevin back. I'm happy to see him back. So I'm not gonna complain about him getting thrown into a match.
Okay, so some other things that could happen.
Ooh, you got some other things, huh?
AJ and Randy Orton backstage altercation.
Okay. Any idea the premise of that altercation will be? I'm gonna say that somehow, because Mustafa Ali's back, AJ's gonna be interviewed, and he's gonna be like, "Yeah, it's great to see him back. He got injured, blah blah blah."
And then
Randy's gonna say something about, I don't know what. He's gonna say something Randy Orton snake like.
And then I think Samoa Joe's gonna do an open challenge.
You think he's gonna do an open challenge? That's a pretty full card.
But I feel like he's gonna do something to have John Cena, or like do something to John Cena to maybe set up a match with him at Mania.
I think he's gonna do, if he does anything, it's gonna be to R-Truth, whose idol is John Cena, right? And R-Truth is gonna keep playing the John Cena idol bit, and then eventually John Cena's gonna answer the call of his big fan R-Truth and show up and protect him at one of the events closer to the date, because John's like filming a movie in the Vancouver area, so he's busy right now, right? So I think they're gonna save, like, John Cena is already a draw, so I think they could just they could literally have him show up and protect R-Truth at the Tuesday before Mania, and then set up the match right there, or 2 Tuesdays before Mania. They have lots of time for that.
Joe and Cena should have like better build up than just like a week.
I don't think Cena needs to build, like, I think they need to build up some of these other people that they have as regulars on the show. I don't think they need to spend a lot of time building up Cena.
I just want to see like a really good promo between Joe and Cena.
Yeah, that would be good.
Like, remember how John Cena carried Roman to a good promo?
Yeah.
This time, the same thing, but both of them are already good at promos.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like...
But don't you think, like, without Cena even being there, Samoa Joe could have really good promo heat building anti-Cena? Like, he could be talking down to R-Truth, but saying stuff about John Cena in the process to build up the heat. And then John Cena can come out to save R-Truth and, like, and call out Samoa Joe and all the stuff he's been saying about him, right? Like, there's lots of opportunity for, and Samoa Joe's such a good talker, there's lots of opportunity for him to build it without Cena even being there. And then when Cena does finally show up, it would just be more power. If Cena was to show up now and then just show up every Tuesday and they just like talk back and forth till Mania, I don't have time for that. I want them to spend that TV time building up some of these other storylines that they don't have, non-existing. Just my opinion.
So, is there anything else? Let me think. Okay, I'll just throw this question in. Question of the day. Who can Finn fight for the title? Who could legitimately have a chance of beating him?
I think if they would have like not put Ricochet and Aleister Black together, I think it would have been great to see Aleister Black versus the Demon at WrestleMania.
I think Drew McIntyre might be his next big challenge.
I'm not excited to see that.
Why? Because
we've seen Finn and Drew fight quite a few times before. I want to see something new. Right? So
if Joe was on Raw, I'd totally put him against Finn Balor for the IC title. Like, same with Nakamura. Actually, you gotta build Nakamura a bit before you just thrust him into the IC title feud. if Rusev was good, I could put him there. But with what we got, it's between Drew and Elias. And probably Elias because of what you said.
Yes, unfortunately. What they could do is since they brought up Johnny and Ciampa.
Ciampa's injured.
And Ciampa's, yeah, so if you let me finish my thoughts, I can tell you all of them. And since Ciampa's injured now, so that like way of bringing them up as a tag team's not working, they could have, you know, and it would be, and Johnny is a heel on NXT if they want the continuity of like the story, they could have him against Finn, and that would be a fantastic match.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm pretty sure the universe would be happy with either one of them winning, and if Finn brought out the demon, it would be even better. Johnny could bring out some Marvel adapted clothing, perhaps an Endgame style.
He could be Carnage.
Yeah, he could be Carnage. That would be actually quite fitting since Carnage is the next villain in Venom.
Or Captain Marvel.
A Kree, yeah. All right, well, that's our predictions for Fastlane. Thanks for listening.
It's Fastlane, baby.
We'll pretend we're excited even though it feels really predictable.
Yeah. I feel like there's gonna be like one shocked title change we don't expect. Like
so basically, also Asuka's losing.
uh,
No, we're like we really don't expect that, but that would be the biggest.
like something like Bobby Roode and Chad Gable getting the titles because what the heck?
No, that would be like the most shocking title change would be Mandy beating Asuka out of all the title matches.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't want that though.
We don't want it to happen, but you said what would be the most shocking, and that would be the most shocking. That would not only shock us, it would anger us all.
You know the Usos got the title at the Rumble? Yes, I'm trying to ignore what you said.
I can tell from your face that you're just denying the fact that it could even happen, which just adds more evidence that it would be the most shocking.
Like, my brain will flip.
Yeah.
But, like, imagine if Shane and Miz just got the titles back.
Not as shocking as Asuka winning. I'm serious. Losing. That would be
Kevin
the most...
Owens winning.
No, that would not be more shocking than Asuka losing her back to Mandy
getting
Rose.
his title back.
That match isn't on the roster. You can't pull a pretend match out of your back pocket there. Nice try.
That's like saying T.J. Perkins beating Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, or maybe since like it's next week is St. Patrick's Day. Maybe Hornswoggle comes back and beats Finn Balor. It's the luck of the Irish against the Irish. Like that's just, you can't pull them out of your back pocket. No, but that would be horrible. Okay, but that's it for our predictions.
Okay, enjoy Fastlane, baby, and stay tuned for other videos. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.